Hey photographers, I'm always happy to answer your questions and reply to your comments. Omi Azad asked for a behind-the-scenes look at the equipment I use. Now, it's a question that in general I prefer to avoid, as I don't always want to be endorsing the products I use. My purchase decision sometimes involves practicality more than quality. And some of the things listed below are due for upgrade or replacement. Well, let's start at the beginning. I write my scripts using Microsoft OneNote, using both my desktop computer and my iPad. I like OneNote not only because it's free, for the time being anyway, but because it syncs across multiple devices, so I can always pick up where I left off, and I always have the latest copy with me. And this year, 2017, I've been shooting primarily with the Fuji X-T2, with the 16-55 lens and the battery grip. I'm very happy with this solution. It's a good size, doesn't overheat, physical controls make it easy to manage, the output is high quality. There are a few odd things. It sometimes quits recording randomly, but I've learned to accept that. For the close-ups of a camera's buttons and dials, I use a Sony A6300 with the 30mm macro lens. It focuses very close. It works so well that although I've considered getting a macro lens for my Fuji, I don't really feel any need to. Now, for recording the screens and menus, I use an Atomos Shogun connected to the camera's HDMI. Incidentally, the Atomos batteries are terrible. They replaced one under warranty. When the second one failed, I bought an Anton Bauer replacement battery. It locks into place firmly. The Shogun is also useful as a backup recorder and a monitor. Now, for cameras that don't have HDMI out, or where the HDMI out doesn't include the menu, I have fashioned a rig that mounts the A6300 with the macro lens and a quick release plate for the review camera so that they move together. The rig consists of a shape riser, small rig rails, and two Manfrotto 323 adapters with quick release plates, a wooden camera rod clamp. A trick I picked up from Billy of the Fuji guys for recording the viewfinder, an iPhone works pretty well. I've tried Android phones, not as good. I'm still looking for a better solution, both to control the exposure and focus, but also just to keep the two stable. Now, in studio situations, I use the Take Teleprompter with an iPad running Teleprompter +3 software. And incidentally, the whole rig is sitting on a Manfrotto 546 legs and 504 HD head. Also use a smaller Manfrotto 190 with a 701 head. Now, in the field, I use the Parrot Teleprompter with a ZTE Axon Android phone running simple teleprompter. Even its slowest speed feels fast to me. I don't often use green screen, but you can see a demo of my setup in a video I did with Sohaila, which also includes the Westcott D5 lights I use. Should upgrade to LED fixtures. For on-camera audio today, I'm wearing a Sony ECM44 hardwired to a Tascam DR70D portable mixer recorder. The output connects to the X-T2, but I also record on the DR70D. It eats batteries like crazy, but it can also be USB powered. Use Sennheiser HD 215s for monitoring. If you haven't tried dual recording, syncing is easier than you think. Don't be intimidated. The quality of external recording is always higher than the camera's internal recording. I use a clapper state YouTube gave to me at a shoot in the YouTube Paris studio. I use a color reference, the DSC Labs Chroma Dumont chart in studio, Chroma Selfie in the field. And in the field, I use the RodeLink wireless kit. It's very easy to use. It has both a mini jack to connect directly to the camera and XLR when it's mounted on the mixer. I edit on a 5K iMac using Final Cut Pro 10, currently 10.3.4. I use the Color Finale Pro color grading plugin. I have a ton of storage on multiple external drives. I back up everything. I delete nothing. I record voiceovers using a Rode NT USB. Now, Omi, hopefully that covers it and answers your question. If there are more questions or comments, please leave them below. Thanks all for watching. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if you like or if you subscribe.